guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Juana. Guys, I'm recording today from my island, my beautiful island of Puerto Rico. So I arrived on Tuesday. Today is Sunday the 5th, I believe. Yeah. I don't even know what day I'm leaving. I've been very busy getting all the stuff together, and I finally got it together so that I can bring you content. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the experience that I had at an expo. This was in Fredericksburg. It was a quilting sewing expo, and I assisted Friday and Saturday. I took a total of 4 classes, guys, and those classes were amazing. They offer a whole list of different classes you can take. It was a whole day, both days, morning classes. You will have like 45 minutes of lunch, and then you will go back to the following class. The second day I did the same thing, and mostly the classes that I took was on beginner quilting. I took 2 classes with Serger, and the third one and the fourth one was another embroidery class. The machines that we used there was not brother machines. The first 2 classes were Hutch-Cabana, which was an amazing machine. So this was a different experience. And we did a couple of crafts. The second day, both classes were, one class was in a serger and second one in the serger, I believe. Yeah. So in the morning was embroidery, and in the afternoon were serging classes. The first day we worked with standing lace. I've never done this before, so I'm going to show you what we completed that day in the morning. I'm going to show this one first. So we used a Hutch-Cabana embroidery machine, and the lady used a couple of items that I've never seen before to do standing lace. She used this kind of it looks like an umbrella, but it's not really an umbrella. You use this to cover your food when you have like outings and camping and stuff like that. And we did this embroidery over here. Guys, look at how beautiful this is. This is so gorgeous. I've never done anything like this before, working with lace. And then we also completed these 2 butterflies on standing lace. I had planned for this. I don't know. I was thinking that maybe if I trim it around and use it as patches, because they came up so beautiful. So we did this one first, to get us used to the, the whole machine. That was a different brand for those who didn't have that machine, and also for those who never worked with standing lace before, like me. So we did this before, and the feeling was so amazing. I am very shocked. So I think I'm gonna save this and maybe trim it around and create a patch. I'm concerned about the little tiny pieces in here, the antennas. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try. Then the second part was this part right here. This part, what they did was we took everything apart. We took this part apart. We took everything. We took everything apart. I'm not going to do it now because I just figured out how to put it back together before I started the video. So everything is like an umbrella. You know how you take off the legs of the plastic casing right here? We took all of this apart, everything apart, and then we laid the lace on the hoop. That's what we did. I thought that this kind of project was perfect for, like, I don't know, like a wedding or anything that, that you need to, like, you have a picnic or anything like that. You want the table to look beautiful. So they flattened the whole thing after taking the whole hardware off, and we hoop it. And then they use 2 different items that I'm going to list up on the screen. You're going to see it either on my right or my left. They use an item that is called sticky away or sticky wash away. And it's not sticky stabilizer. It just wash away stabilizer, but it looks like sticky stabilizer because it's a hard piece of paper, like a sticky stabilizer. You peel it, and then you will sandwich one piece on the bottom and the other piece on the top with that sticky stabilizer wash away. And then you will embroider on top of it. And once you were done, you just wash it away, and believe me, it disappears. It melts real fast. I ordered that item because I plan to continue using the standing lace. It was very easy because you didn't have to worry about the stabilizer or the regular wash away moving around. This one would stick. So we sandwiched it. One on the bottom, like a square, and one on the top. And then you embroider on it. And we did the same thing with the butterfly. We did exactly the same thing. We took the standing lace and we put one layer of that stabilizer on the bottom, stick in there, and then the other one in here, and then we embroider. It was pretty easy to do. I was very surprised how easy it was to do that. And I guess you can pick any design you want, any piece of lace or any substrate to do that, and then wash the stabilizer away. Then that afternoon, we took a second class, and that was with the serger. Guys, this is what we completed on the serger. Just a serger, guys. No sewing machine, no nothing. This class was outstanding. You would think that this would take a long time to do. We did it in a class. Look, guys, it's a pocket. And it has two layers of it to put stuff. Look at how delicate this looks. This makes such a beautiful gift for a 16th birthday party, sweet 16, or in Puerto Rico, quinceañera, or wedding gift. You can put a snap in here, a closet if you want to. I own a serger, a brother serger, and I've never thought that you can actually do things like this on a serger, guys. You can do things like this on a serger. Every lace was separate. Don't think that this was one piece that came like that. No. This piece was separate. This piece was separate. All of these were separate pieces that we put together with a serger. And it became this, all right? It became a piece of fabric, a flat. Look at that. And then on the middle, we were able to weave in a lace at the end, and then we did a bow. It has a lining inside, so we dealt with 4 different pieces of fabric. The lining, the inside, a plain white fabric on the side, and then all these laces. People, I don't know if I can recreate this again. I have a regular serger. This was done on a baby log serger, and it was one of the new ones that it does the threading by air, so you didn't have to deal with any dial or anything. The serger only had 3 dials, believe it or not. One on the side with letters A, B, C, and D, which you will switch depending on what you wanted the machine to do, and then the ones for the knife settings in numbers. That's it. And I was able to do this. I don't know if I can translate that information to my regular brother serger, which have all the dining and stuff. You can actually create this with a serger. I was shocked. And these are the instructions in case I wanted it to, or we wanted it to do another one. All the instructions were here. We were following them. Of course, based on the baby lock serger, the model that I told you about. So I don't know if I will be able to translate this into the regular serger. I guess if I put my mind on it, I will be able to do it because it's a serger, right? But people, amazing. Okay, so that was what we did the afternoon of the first day. And then the second day in the morning, which was Saturday morning, we took the class of beginners quilting. And the teacher gave us this panel. I'm going to lift this up because it's already hooked and I don't want to lose my space. She gave us a panel already placed together. It was a panel. And it has all the border already sewn in. The teacher already added the batting and the backing right here. Everything was in one piece. We didn't have to put that together. All we needed to do was to add the backdrop. Okay? So I started working on that on the class. Or at least I did. I took my ruler and I traced lines just to give me, center on the design. She used this design. Listen, this I printed it out a couple of days ago. The one that she printed it out was another product that is called, It's from Dime, Designer Machine Embroidery. I'm gonna put it on the corner so that you can see what the name of the product is. It's a plastic paper that is sticky on the back. You print out the design and then you stick it onto the surface of the item that you're embroidering. That is what we use to do this. We started on the first two on the class, and I'm gonna bring the camera over here because you need to see it up close. You're not gonna be able to see it this way. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna move the camera around, okay? Okay, guys. So this is the project. I'm gonna move it around because we started from the top. Guys, I've never worked on quilting before. That's why I took the class. I did this part already of the quilting. It goes all the way from the bottom to the top. You're not going to be able to see it because it is dark, but I'm going to give you a close-up so that you can see it a little bit closer. It is this design here. I did two of them in the class, this one, and I was supposed to complete this. I needed to leave the class. I left the class for two reasons. Number one, my husband came with me to this expo. Believe it or not, guys, my husband loved quilting design, the quilting. I would never thought he would like it. He doesn't like all kind of quilt. He likes the more modern quilt that looks like picture, like a painting. So this place has such a huge expo. I mean, it was aisle upon aisles of different kind of quilting. So he came to see it a little bit later because my class started at 8:30 and he came from the hotel a little bit later. So he came later and he wanted to see everything that I had over there, and I wanted to enjoy it with him. And also because I was taking the class with my friend Janet from Boricua, Sewing and Craft. And we said, you know what, if we want to enjoy some of this, we need to like cut class, people. We cut class in the middle. That's sad, but we decided to cut class because we knew that we were going to take another class after lunch and we would not have time to enjoy the whole thing. So we cut class, people. Yes, we did. And we decided to see the exposition. So what I did was I brought this with me, and that's it. I didn't have this design. I said, oh my God, I really want to continue doing this and follow the whole thing and finish it. Even though I have no idea what the next step was because like I said, we left the class, but I decided that I was going to make a point of finding this design. I didn't know where to start. So guess what? I went to Design by JuJu's online. Guys, after what, looking and looking, because she has so many of them. And I think I was giving up because I couldn't find it, and I finally found it. This was the one. And now I'm going to be able to finish it, okay? I do not know what's the next step after I'm done. They provided for us the binding that I'm supposed to like cut this off and place the binding and all of that. And I'm going to do that. I've been watching videos on how to do that, but I'm going to cut the size after I'm done placing this. And yeah, so the way to do this is that it was printed out on that plastic sticky paper, like transparent paper, and it's sticky, so position it. This is a piece of paper. I'm going to use a tape because, of course, I don't have that item right now here in Puerto Rico, but I ordered it. It's arriving to my home in Maryland because I think it's a great thing, not only for quilting, but if you're doing any design that you want to print out the design and place it on your garment for placement, and then you can reuse it. I mean, the thing is reusable, so I love it. Anyway, the next step is this one. This is the last one right here. So I'm going to join this point that says left to the left side of this item right here. And then I'm going to place it so that end with end is supposed to look seamless. And then it's going to end up in here. And once I'm done, I'm going to push this up, start from the beginning and do that. I am not going to show that on camera. I'm going to just do it and then I'm going to bring you in, but I'm going to share with you how I'm doing and I will show you the end result. Let me see what else. That was the first class of the second day in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we took the last class, which was serging also with the baby lock. And it was really like a regular class of all the parts of the machine. If you hear thundering, it's thundering here. It's been thundering and raining. Yeah, so if you hear thundering, that's what it is. It's just rain. Hopefully you will not hear it because I'm supposed to have a noise canceling microphone. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I wanted to bring you all the things that I did on that expo in Virginia. This is my second time going. I didn't make it last year. I made it the year before and I had a blast. But the year before, I didn't take any classes. I just enjoyed the expo the whole day. And I returned back home the same day. I didn't stay overnight. And definitely next year, God permits, I'm going to go again and take all the classes because they are worthy. The people that they have, the instructors are well knowledgeable people. They're so nice and so patient with us. So I'm glad that I took this this second class in the morning because I've been wanting to do some quilting. All right, guys, enough talking. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna finish this project. And at the end of the process, if I'm done, no matter if it looks ugly or pretty or whatever, I'm gonna show you guys the result, okay? I've never done this before. Guys, I'm not a quilter. I just want to learn how to do it, okay? So guys, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna use my Poolin Eoc06. I'm gonna be using the largest hoop, which is an 8 by 11. And that's the one I'm gonna use, okay? So this is it, people. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the machine and I'll see you in a little bit. See you in a little bit, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm back on the machine. This is already hooked. I was planning to place this on this side so I didn't have to bother about this. But when it comes to this corner one and the position of the template, this was better for me right now. I think on the next one, I'm gonna rotate everything around and place this part on the other side. But for now, I'm gonna be doing it this way. So everything is traced. I should be starting embroidering from this part on. And so let's see, guys. I had to resize the template one more time, a little bit smaller, because I noticed that the previous template was too close to the edge over here. And I need some at least 1/2 inch to 1 inch separation so that I can place the binding. I think this one is okay. And if I need to readjust it again, I'll readjust it again. So guys, let's get started. So right now I noticed that I was a little bit off. If you notice in here, it's okay, guys. I am not looking for perfection. So I know that the next time I have to lower the template a little bit lower. Just place the template lower, but it's okay. I think it's better if I just leave it like this for now. I'm not going to worry much about it. So when it comes to the width, it's fine. I just need to lower a little bit down. Let me see if I can give you a closer look. Sorry about the movement of the camera. I'm going to lower the camera a little bit more so that you know what I'm talking about. So right here, this point was supposed to meet this one right here, and it missed it a little bit. So for the next one, I need to lower the template a little bit more. It will be perfect. When it comes to the size, it's fine. I'm embroidering at 600 stitches per minute right now. And I was able to find the same color thread that they used on the class, which I was happy, same shade of blue. You see how fast it's embroidering? Pretty fast, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue doing this throughout. I'm gonna be bringing you back and forth to my progress, all right? But guys, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna continue doing this and I'm gonna bring you back once I'm closer to the bottom part of the mini quilt, okay? See you in a little bit, guys. Guys, the struggle. I forgot to bring my magnetic hoop from Dime Design in machine embroidery. This company sells these magnetic hoops that are amazing. For those who follow me, you know which one I'm talking about. And I forgot to bring it with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. And then the last one will be 1, 2, and 3. And I shall be done with this part of this mini quilt. Then I had to figure out on the binding. I don't know which way the teacher did in class, because like I said, I didn't finish the whole class. Once I'm done with this part, I'm gonna trim the batting off, everything extra off, and then we'll continue. And I will worry about the binding later, okay? I think it's looking pretty good so far. I am done with everything, and the next thing that I'm going to do is trim all this batting. I'm gonna place the camera on fast mode because it's just trimming that I'm gonna do. I see you at the end when I'm done with this, all right? Okay guys, so I am done already trimming this. I don't need to square this out because this piece was already squared out by the teacher. So I'm not gonna even do anything here. All I'm gonna do is now to work with the binding. This is so cool. I need to iron it later on before I start doing the binding because I still have the marks. So I'm gonna go ahead and iron this to take off all the marks and everything. And let me see what else. I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the iron and I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Okay guys, so I am done with this and I'm gonna go ahead and get my sewing machine ready to start sewing this binding. There's two ways that you can do it. You can do it from the front and then fold it all the way to the back, or you can start on the back and do the opposite. Place the raw edges to raw edges, sew 1/4 inch, and then go ahead and bring it to the front and then sew it in here. I think I'm gonna go this way. I'm going to do the 1/4 inch and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use glue. I'm gonna glue it, and then once it's glued and dry, I'm gonna sew. So that way, let me see. If I do it this way, you're supposed to be able to cover your stitches. And yeah, that is what I plan to do. I'm using the Singer Talent. This machine has been with me for a long time. And believe it or not, it has a threading mechanism, which it works, which I love it. Yeah, so it made the trip back here to Puerto Rico to be part of my craft room over here. And yes, I haven't used her in a while. So I'm just gonna mark this with a friction pen. This is not a tutorial on how to do binding because I'm doing this pretty fast. If you have any question on how to create binding, just let me know. There are a couple of ways of doing it. And I can make a video on how to create a binding, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do this part, and then I'm gonna continue doing the rest of them. So yeah, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna continue doing this part. Once I'm done, we're gonna go to the next part, which is place the binding on the mini quilt. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Okay, guys, this is the end of the placement in here, and they gave us exactly the right amount of binding. I mean, they went down to the amount of binding that we needed to finish this, and yeah. So now the next step is to go to the sewing machine and do the sewing all the way around. It's gonna be 1/4 of an inch. What I'm doing right now is that I'm ironing all this way back because I need to turn it over and attach it towards the back. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna continue pressing this all the way around. All right, nice and pressed. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna use my wonder clips to attach it to the other end and sew it. And I'm going to glue the binding with Elmer's glue. Press it. When you press it, the glue dries faster. Then I'm going to sew, okay? And attach it to the mini quilt. And then I'll finish, guys, okay? So I'm gonna see you around when I'm done, all right? See you in a little bit, guys. The next step is sewing this. But first I'm gonna use Elmer's glue, school glue, to use it for this part. Once I apply the glue, I'm gonna iron it to set it, and then I'm gonna take it to the sewing machine. I am gonna apologize for the lighting. It's thundering out there, so I have no sun coming to the window or anything like that. So I'm using my ceiling light. I'm gonna do this part and I'll see you at the end when everything is finished. So guys, we are back and there's lighting because the sun is out and shining. So yeah, I already finished the binding, did not record the process of sewing it together because I thought that I was recording, but I didn't push the record button on my camera. So all I did was just placing the binding, and you already know that I already used the Elmer's glue to do the gluing, and all I have to do right now is go to the sewing machine. It's the last step of the whole project, and sew right here, okay, to secure the binding in place. I finish it and I finish what I started. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to say, yeah, I paid for the class, and even though I didn't finish it on the class, I finished it at home. Let me go back to the sewing machine and let's finish this project, guys. So we are here, and the way I'm gonna be working with this is gonna be using a stitch that is called stitch on a dish. A stitch on a dish, which is gonna be my first time doing this because I've never done this before. You have to place your needle right here where you have your stitching. When you did the folding, right in the middle, right here on this part between the fabric and the binding, right on this dish, you have to put the needle and you're supposed to sew straight on that dish. They call that a dish. There's a presser foot that is used for this kind of stitching. This machine did not come with that presser foot. My new machine, the Quantum, that one came with that foot. I'm gonna use my regular presser foot to do this. I have never done this kind of stitch on a stitch before. I hope I'm saying it correctly. This time I'm gonna make sure that the camera is recording, and it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna go slow so that I don't get out of the way. And then once I get used to it, maybe I will go a little bit faster. I'm gonna be running this part of the video on a fast mode. And then I will see you at the end when I am done with the project, okay? So I am trying to keep on that area in there. What this does is that the stitch is seamless. You don't see a stitching at all in there. You see a couple of places I'm off, but that's okay, guys. Don't tell anyone, okay? The purpose is for you to do this stitching, and back here, you already grabbed the binding on the back, all right? I chose the same color thread on the top as the one on the bobbin. Same kind of color thread, okay? And I'm gonna keep going, guys. I'll see you at the end, all right? And guys, we are done with this. I cannot believe it. We are done. Look at the back. Let me go to the other table. I'm going to show you the back. So I'm going to move the camera to the other table. Okay, so this is the front. Guys, it's completely seamless. You cannot see anything. It's like you didn't even stitch anything. Look at this. You see, you don't see any stitching. All you see is the binding. I am very excited about learning how to do the binding for these things, because now when I do the next project, I can find the fabric that I like and do my own binding, fun colors and stuff like that. Guys, you don't understand. I'm happy. I know you're saying, this lady, what's wrong with this lady? She's going all over the place. No, guys, it's just that to me, completing projects is very exciting. So you move to the back. Look at the way it looks on the back, okay? You see the stitching here. You see how it looks? And that is on the back of the mini quilt. You can use it either way. This way, which is gorgeous, and this way, okay? So this is how it looks. So I'll see you in a little bit, guys. So I completed the project and I feel very fulfilled because I was able to finish it up. This is nothing like big quilting, but it gave me the idea of how to complete the binding, how to do the end to end. I'm gonna spend 2 more weeks here in PR, and next week I'm gonna bring you something else. I think I'm gonna bring you straight embroidery. I need to complete 2 t-shirts, and I might go ahead and bring you in for that too. Let me see what else. If you have any questions about the whole process, let me know down below on the description box, and I will gladly answer all your questions. If you're new to my channel and you have not subscribed yet, you know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican, and click the notification bell. That way you're gonna get notification of all my future videos. Guys, this is everything for now. I will see you soon. Don't forget to click the thumb up. Until next time, bye, hasta luego.